So there will be two types: in-situ conservation and ex-situ conservation. In-situ conservation means nothing but protected area network. So it may be of different types, like sacred groves, sacred lakes. So this is an example of sacred lakes which is present in Sikkim. So here, this lake is being protected by Hindus and Buddhists in Sikkim. So it is basically, the purpose is to save the aquatic life uh, from degradation. Next, biosphere reserves will be there. Next, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries. So biosphere reserves will be of two types. There will be terrestrial biosphere and marine biosphere reserve. Marine biosphere reserve. So marine biosphere reserve, simple example is Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. Similarly, there is also an Ex-situ biodiversity conservation, like sacred plants, home gardens, zoos, seed banks, uh, cryopreservation, botanical gardens, etc., etc. So let's especially here talk about the seed bank. So seed bank, the first seed bank that is in the world that is created was Svalbard Global Seed Bank, which is present in Norway. And in India also there is one seed bank in Himalayas, which is second largest seed bank. So now let's discuss in-situ biodiversity conservation in detail. So in-situ conservation or different protected areas we'll be talking about now. So now let's understand the difference between wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, and biosphere reserves. So in national parks, so the grazing, cultivation, and private ownership of land is not allowed, whereas there is no such restriction in case of wildlife sanctuary. So in wildlife sanctuary, also understand that conservation is for animals only. Mm, Yeah. So next is biosphere reserve. So biosphere reserve is a concept that is brought by the MAB, Man and Animal Biosphere Program of UNESCO. So this concept was formulated in 1971 by UNESCO. So this national parks come under the IUCN category, International Union for Conservation of Nature category 2, and it comes at wildlife sanctuary under 4 and biosphere reserve under 5. So these national parks basically conservation. So it is basically in-situ conservation, right? So it is basically habitat specific, whereas wildlife sanctuary is species specific. In biosphere reserve, basically the total biosphere reserve area is divided into three zones. One is core zone, buffer zone, transition zone. So whereas in core zone there will be no activity allowed. So full of restrictions will be there. Whereas in buffer zone there will be a culmination of some restrictions followed by some so freedom to do some activities like tourism, that kind. So whereas in transition zone, so there will be less restrictions when compared to core and buffer. So whereas in national parks, the boundaries are fixed by the state legislative, whereas in wildlife sanctuary, there is no any such restriction or there is no any such type of condition. Both central or state, anyone can do it. Whereas in biosphere reserve, even the state legislative can fix the boundaries. So there are almost more than 104 national parks present, which constitutes around 1.23% of total geographical area in India. Whereas in wildlife sanctuaries, there are more than 550 plus wildlife sanctuaries are present in India, and biosphere reserves. So there are 18 biosphere reserves in India that is declared by the government. Where out of 18, 11 are UNESCO, come under UNESCO Man and Animal Biosphere. So MAB biosphere reserves. Next, in wildlife sanctuaries, they can be wildlife sanctuary can be upgraded as national park, but rivers can be happen. But rivers can't be happened. So, so here, out of 11, the first biosphere reserve that India declared is Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve in 1986, and 18th biosphere that was added was Panna Biosphere Reserve, which is present in Madhya Pradesh. It was added in 2022. Next in-situ conservation is conservation reserves and community reserves. So what does a conservation reserve mean? So it is simply a buffer zone between two national parks, let's say. So it can, so it's not just about national park. So in between two wildlife sanctuaries also, it can act as a buffer zone. Between two protected forest areas also, it can act as a buffer zone. So any buffer zone between two in-situ conservation areas is known as a conservation reserve. Community reserve is also similar kind, but it is basically a private owned one. Next protected area is reserve forest and protected forest. So reserve forest, there will be zero public entry. There will be the public will not be allowed at any cost. Whereas in protected forest, local people are allowed. So reserve forest comprise of 53% of the total forest that we declared, and 30% is the protected area of the total forest we declared. So just understand, reserve forest area is more than protected forest area. So these are all the in-situ conservations which we studied. So reserve forest, protected forest, conservation reserve, community reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuary, biosphere. So these are the different in-situ conservation.